I'm here on behalf of all of the elected officials in the County of Peterborough and the City of Peterborough to welcome our visitors who are here this evening.
These partnerships are an integral part of creating balance, and I commend the dedication from all sides in the efforts to establish these unions.
About 2005, we were one of the groups helping wage campaigns around caribou. And one of the reasons you may know that we work on caribou is because caribou are actually an indicator species, and they tell you whether or not the boreal forest is healthy or not.
We had a Federal Species at Risk Act that was driving us to a conclusion that much of their range would be defined as critical habitat. So it was highly possible that we would have found ourselves in the trenches, out on the roads, etc. But we committed ourselves to finding joint solutions, and one of the first joint solutions we came to was a blueprint for how we would do collectively caribou planning, and we did that in a way that achieved full consensus of all 30 parties.
In this work in progress, how are First Nations being engaged?
Our commitment is to think about governments in a broad sense, both provincial governments and Aboriginal and First Nations governments, and to treat them as the decision makers on the land base.
All across this country, the engagement with First Nation is as different as every community is different, and it has to be built around a respectful dialogue. What we've done is we've started to begin the process of designing an approach. The conversations that we are required to have are to have dialogue with the First Nations and ask them how they would like to be engaged, or if they would like to be engaged.
When I think of forestry companies, I think multi-billion-dollar companies. And when I think of environmental groups, I think of struggling for members and struggling for dollars. So I see a big power imbalance in this.
The world is characterized by power imbalances. But that's not the only force at work in this world. And it's not the only thing that determines results. Who said that it's a battle between sustaining ecosystems and sustaining wilderness and sustaining jobs? Who decided that that was a battle? Who decided that that was something that you should push and pull and win and lose about? And when we decided that, a lot of things shifted, because what was a battle became a puzzle. It wasn't about the environmental groups winning for their side or our winning for our side. It was about us together as friends and colleagues struggling over a very simple question. How do you keep the jobs and protect the ecosystems? And when that becomes a question, a puzzle, a shared mission, answers come.